Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and everybody else in between this great big beautiful country of ours. How the hell you doing? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? Oh my God! It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Shit going on everywhere, and everything going crazy and shit. Oh man. So what's going on here? Huh? Nothing. Absolutely not a damn thing. Huh. So, how'd your day go? I fucked up my hair. Oh my God. It's all my fault. All my fault. Lady came, did it yesterday. And I put the cap. I wanted low lights. Okay? Low lights. Just to, I got nothing else to do. So I wanted low lights. I want to look better. I want to look, tired of the freaking white. Everything white. So, I told her, pull as much hair out through the little holes as you can, okay? That was my first mistake. Should have let it go with that. But no. So when it went to put the hair color on, it was like, okay, yeah, just dump the shit out of it, so. And she did exactly what I told her to do. And she didn't get to stick around to see how it turned out, you know what I mean? So I told her I would text her. She had to go when I rinsed it out. When I rinsed it out, it went more than just low lights. It went damn near coverall. And I'm like, oh, shit, man. See how that looks? It's like, man, come on. So I have to deal with it. But I still got to get cleaned up here. So maybe after I'm all done, trimmed up, shaved, all that stuff, it might not look too bad. I don't know. Right now I'm looking I get shocked every time I look in the mirror. I look like a damn, orangutan. They got that color hair, and they got the white face. Well, you could, yeah, sure, orangutan. What else, what's going on in the news? One of my favorite ladies, Maytall Cohen, has gone radical. She's gone political. She's gone. She's supporting the anti-vax movement, and she was quiet about it for the longest time, and now she's full blown like, hey, it's people's rights. And I made a comment on her page. She was supporting them, and I says, other people were saying yeah, no, and everything. It's about government taking your rights away. The government's always interfering with your rights, and people are sick of it. Well, yeah, kind of, yeah. There's so much to live in a society instead of an anarchism or an anarchy. You need rules. You need, and I said, my big thing is what I said is, it's not going to be the government with this COVID thing anymore. It's going to be the health insurance companies. The health insurance companies are just going to make a move and decide they're not going to cover people that are unvaccinated anymore. If you're not vaccinated, we're not going to cover you. That would be the most extreme thing, because right now, they're just to make up for all the expenses they're incurring over this COVID thing, they're passing the premiums on to everybody else. And that's everybody, even people that aren't vaxxed, that has health insurance and pays for it. They're paying higher premiums too. But they may make a move. You can quote me on this. I seriously believe they're going to make a move here in the near future to go ahead and rate people the way they do drivers, the way they do bad drivers. If you're a bad driver, you got to pay through the nose for car insurance. And I think they're going to do the same thing with vaccination. If you're not vaccinated, you're going to pay through the nose. It might take them a little bit to get it set up, but that's what that could be it. Leon the Lioness says, I'm beginning to think most people on this app aren't really who they say they are. Time reveals the truth. And Misfit says, very true, my friend. Just know when I finally reveal my true self, I'll still be a slut. This is not a kid's show, folks, so, you got Rugrats, Crumb Munchers running around. You got to get them for a nap. If they're old enough, if it's nice outside, kick their ass outside. It's, they should be in school. What do you think? Give them an Xbox, PlayStation, iPad with headphones and get them the hell out of here. They don't need to hear me and these people talking shit. Because that's what we do. That's our job. It's mangled news. We just screw the shit out of it with names and everything. And I don't mean to, but names, foreign names and everything else are getting more and more difficult to pronounce. So, that's it. And Red Mystique comes back at her, Misfit, and she says, keeps checking profile for official slut status. And she says, slut is sexy, lover, uninhibited, tasty tits. I agree with that. I do one of them. And I do one of them. And I do one of them. Sheila Darden retweeted, the Court of Appeals found in my favor tonight in Jenkins versus Abbott. Section 418.012 does not give the governor carte blanche to issue executive orders empowering him to rule the state in any way he wishes during a disaster. I am thankful for this ruling. And then it keeps going on. To the lawyers who follow that thread. So it's Clay Jenkins, and if you want to look him up and follow him, I'm not going to go. Mr. Gosenstein retweeted ChipFranklin.com breaking. A D.C. judge just denied early release for the Proud Boys leader. How do you feel? Yeah, he wants GIFs only, GIFs, not the peanut butter. Let me fix myself up. Look here. Make yourself, come on, be presentable, damn it. You know what? I'm going to start coming on here with a tie. Then you're going to be all fucked up. So, yeah, people on the radio, this is like, so what? You're wearing a tie. You're not wearing a tie. Who cares? I can't see your ass. Well, you people over at MonValleyRadio.com are the frickin' best. You stick with me through thick and thin. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say or what I do. You're just like, you're still on there, everybody. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Hopefully my following will carry me into the upper realm of people. Whatever they are. What do they call them? Disc jockey, yeah, but nah. Talk show host. Okay, I'll go for that. Talk show host. Okay, Ana Cabrera, new at hearing for a Capitol rioter defendant. Here we go again. A federal judge took aim at Trump for lying about voter fraud during the 2020 presidential election, saying that Al Gore had a better standing to challenge the 2000 election results, but he was a man and walked away. And then Jules forever's riding with Biden. Whoever this judge is, I like him. What else? Oh, here you go. John Cooper. The Midas Touch retweeted this. This makes sense. Breaking. The Build Back Better Act would increase millionaires' average tax rate by 3.2 percentage points in 2022 and by more in later years, says the Joint Committee on Taxation. Who else thinks the rich must pay their fair share? Yes. What that lady says on commercial, yes, please. Yes, please. Get rid of all the loopholes. That's all if you got rid of all the loopholes and there was no place for them to escape, those tax lawyers, they'd have to pay. They'd have to pay. Uh-oh. This is from the great over there, Great Britain. People in the UK need to stop taking shit from the Tories. They need to be marching to bring the corrupt government down before it's too late. Tories are just taking the piss now. And hashtag fuck the Tories said hashtag GTTO. And that's from Sides Jokes. Hashtag FBPE. Hashtag FBPPR. Augusta Julio. Augusta Julio. Okay, I don't know. Julio, sometimes it's spelled with a G, I guess. What else is going on here? Oh, boy. Jeff Seitz for Congress. I'm running for Congress to be a voice for working families like mine and not get myself on TV. Will you join our team? Retweet, follow, volunteer, donate below. It's you know what? This is driving me crazy because Congress is every 2 years. Now, Senate, oh boy, they extended themselves from 4 years to 6 years a few years back. What's up with that? It's crazy. These people get to stay forever, and Congress needs to extend their time to 4 years. And I'm telling you, the reason is, if you think about it, as soon as they get in office and as soon as they get in Congress, guess what they got to do? They got to start running again. So they got to start running again for the next 2 years before the next election. And meanwhile, that's all they do. Nothing gets done. Absolutely nothing gets done. There we go. This is a good one. Ducks can resist too. Is it too much to ask for the media to just report the truth and stop embellishing the facts just to get ratings? Amen with that. Jeez. You're absolutely right. What am I doing here? This is doing this crazy shit. Oh boy, there's more stuff. KPTV, 19 hours ago. U.S. considering sending extra weaponry to Ukraine as fear mounts over potential Russian invasion. The Biden administration is weighing sending military advisors and new equipment, including weaponry, to Ukraine as Russia builds up forces near the border and U.S. officials prepare allies for the possibility of another Russian invasion. Multiple sources familiar with the deliberations tell CNN. The discussions about the proposed lethal aid package are happening as Ukraine has begun to warn publicly that an invasion could happen as soon as January. The package could include new Javelin anti-tank and anti-armor missiles as well as mortars, the sources said. Air defense systems such as Stinger missiles are also under consideration, and the Defense Department has been pressing for some equipment that would have gone to Afghanistan, like the Mi-17 helicopters, to instead be sent to Ukraine. The Mi-17 is a Russian helicopter that the U.S. originally purchased to give to the Afghans. The Pentagon is now weighing what to do with them after the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan in August. Yes, send all that shit to Ukraine. That's all you just send it all over there. Give them everything they want. And the whole time, this is crazy. think about this in the world right now. China is making all kind of moves over there in the South China Sea and over there in the Pacific and wanting to take Taiwan back. And the Soviets are all building up in Ukraine and everything all around their Soviet border, because they want to take back the land that fell apart when their country fell apart, when the wall fell and everything else like that. Now, here's the United States. And the thing is, them two guys are going to team up and join powers, pretty much just like when World War II happened. The Japanese and the Germans joined up. And if the United States don't get their shit together real soon, it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Only this time, who knows what's going to happen? We might end up with a nuclear winter and end up living in our basements. Who knows? The next thing you know, it could be a damn zombie invasion. Oh, jeez. It's better when I raise my voice because I think it's more entertaining. Because when I use a low voice and stuff like it just seems so serious. So, if you want to look at this article, kptv.com, what today is, 23rd? Yeah, yesterday at 4:24 p.m. That was yesterday afternoon it came out. U.S. considering extra weaponry to Ukraine as fears mount over potential Russian invasion. There it is again. This is from The Hill. U.S. intelligence shows preparations for rapid Russian push into Ukraine. The thing is, when they have all that shit built up, they're going to run. They're going to just go and run as fast and as far into that country as they can. And there's nobody going to be able to stop them unless you get some shit over there. So, The Hill again. I'm telling you this stuff. China protests U.S. warships passage through Taiwan Strait. China on Tuesday protested. This was from yesterday, 11:29 a.m. China on Tuesday protested a U.S. naval warship's passage through the Taiwan Strait, saying it threatens regional stability. The U.S. 7th Fleet said Monday that it sent Arleigh Burke class guided missile destroyer USS Millis to conduct a routine Taiwan Strait transit on Tuesday, local time, through international waters in accordance with international law. The ship's transit through the Taiwan Strait demonstrates the U.S. commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific. The statement said the United States military flies, sails, and operates anywhere international law allows. The Chinese military's Eastern Theater Command sent naval and air forces to conduct close-in tracking and monitoring of the warship while on course. Senior Colonel Shi Yi, a spokesman for Chinese People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command, said in a statement. She said, S-H-I, said the U.S.'s action created security risks and undermined regional stability, adding that Eastern Theater Command will take all measures necessary to resolutely, counter. Now quit saying that, shit. Counter all threats and provocations and safeguard China's national sovereignty and territorial integrity. So they're not only trying to want to do Taiwan, they want to do that Taiwan Strait. And they want to claim it all for theirs. What else are we doing here? Fortune magazine, 6 hours ago. If you want, I'm just going to read the headline. If you want to read it, that's where it's at. Fortune 6 hours ago. U.S. tells Americans to avoid Germany and Denmark as Europe's fourth COVID wave intensifies. When is this shit going to end, folks? They're just getting approved for third vaccine booster. Now they want a fourth one. And Fauci said the other day they may even be pushing for a booster every 6 months. Is this something we're going to have to deal with because people won't get vaccinated? They're coming out with that pill for COVID-19, and I really hope that helps. Now, I don't know if it's to treat COVID-19 or to actually be like a vaccination. I don't know. I heard what it did, but I forgot. That's what happens when you get a little bit older, like when you get 45. No, 50, okay? Okay, when you get 50, shit starts just sliding under the rail, sliding away, so you gotta watch yourself. So, anyway, that's the name of that tune. No, I don't believe this either. This is MSN 2 hours ago. New York City may soon let 800,000 non-U.S. citizens vote. I don't know about that. This was 2 hours ago from MSN.com. New York City may soon permit hundreds of thousands of non-citizens to vote in municipal elections, while Mayor Bill de Blasio and his successor, Eric Adams, feel differently about the prospect. The bill aims to amend the city's charter by including a new chapter with provisions for allowing green card holders and those with work authorization to register to vote and take part in citywide elections through the creation of a separate municipal voter registration. Adams supported the concept when he was campaigning for mayor earlier this year. Here we go. Justice Department. Okay, we'll go at next. We cannot be a beacon to the world and continue to attract global talent, energy, and entrepreneurship that has allowed our city to thrive for centuries if we do not give immigrants a vote in how this city is run and what our priorities are for the future, Adams said in February, according to the New York Daily News. De Blasio, meanwhile, said the Brian Leher report in September. He said this on that Brian Leher report in September that there are two problems with the bill. One, I don't believe it's legal. Our law department is very clear on this, the mayor said. I really believe this has to be decided at the state level according to state law. The other issue, he said, is that it undermines efforts to get people to become citizens. He hit the nail on the head. You can't let people... See, that's what I feel like. That some things are just, like, really weird, and that's the way. Oh, what's this guy? The Business Insider.com, 5 hours ago. A Capitol riot suspect who fled to Belarus claims the FBI interviewed him at the airport but let him go. Yeah, well, that's the way shit goes sometimes. A Capitol riot suspect seeking asylum in Belarus said he was interviewed by the FBI at the airport. Evan Newman told Russian state media he was let go, so he can't be charged with fleeing. The FBI put Newman, who is from California, on its most wanted list in July. A Capitol riot suspect who fled to Belarus said FBI agents interviewed him at the airport but let him go. Well, I'll tell you what, motherfucker. Stay in Belarus, you dick. Let's see how far you get in Russia. What are you going to do for a living? They ain't going to give you no fucking bread. Oh, they might. They might give you a loaf of bread and a thing of water and tell you to come back next week. You asshole. What's this one? Country Living on MSN. What's this? Wheel of... Okay, here, let's check some of this silly shit out. Wheel of Fortune fans are fuming after a controversial rule led to a contestant's loss. Ooh, hey, man, you don't fool with the game show freaking audiences, man. You just don't do that shit. Wheel of Fortune is coming under fire for one particular crossword puzzle rule. And this is from Selena Barrientos. And this was, what? Oh my God, this is so freaking old. It's Country Living, if you want to look it up. I'll read it now. I didn't know it was that old. 5 years after it was first introduced to the game show, host Pat Sajak is still reminding contestants not to add additional words like "and" when solving the puzzle. As it turns out, contestant Sharon Bowers blanked on this rule Monday night, and it ended up costing her big. The crossword puzzle kicked off with the clue, "What a princess." And thanks to a collective effort from all three contestants, the message quickly became clearer. It was then that Sharon asked to solve it. But before she did so, Pat issued one last warning. "Just say everything. Don't add anything. Go ahead." He said, "Crown, wand, gown, and earring," Sharon said, but almost immediately she realized that she had added the word "and" into the puzzle. Despite trying to complete it a second time before the clock ran out, Sharon made the same mistake again. But that Pat said it was Jamie Amos's turn, and he solved it correctly. While the game moved right along, Wheel of Fortune fans watching from home didn't miss this moment and took to Twitter to express their outrage over the show's rule. Well, he said it how many times? What the fuck? You gotta understand, a rule is a rule, is a rule is a rule. There's a lot of things that I agree with that are fair. I'm middle of the road. I'm an independent, free-thinking freaking jerk, okay? And there's a lot of things that I understand people getting upset on the left side want to happen. But there are certain things you just cannot do. There is rules. A rule is a rule. They get outraged over this rule. And other rules is like, fine. No. And to me, it's almost as bad as giving every little kid on a team a trophy that lost. Sure, you can have second place and third place. Yeah. Let them know that they are important. Let them know. You don't give every one of them first place. You just don't do that. So, this one about the New York City lawmakers is bullshit because it ain't going to happen. Reuters, 1 hour ago. Here, you think we got you bad in the United States. The lira. That's their money, lira. Collapse leaves Turks bewildered, opposition angry. The lira slumps 15% versus the dollar in one day. Many Turks convert wages, pensions to foreign currency. Opposition say Turkey facing economic catastrophe. Former Erdogan ally accuses him of treason. And Karen, November 23rd. This is Reuters. And Reuters.com, yes. Today, this is a brand new one, 11:07. Anxious Turks struggle to keep up with the bewildering collapse in their currency, and the main opposition party leader said the country was experiencing its darkest catastrophe as the lira slumped 15% on Tuesday against the dollar. Today's day meltdown follows weeks of steep falls in the lira, which have already driven up prices, leaving ordinary Turks reconsidering everything from their holiday plans to weekly grocery shopping. There has not been such a catastrophe in the history of the Republic, said Kemal Kilicdaroglu, Kilicdaroglu. It's the glue that holds people together. Okay, my time is up. So if you want to read this, I didn't know. I was ran over. Holy shit, I'm almost 2 minutes over. So that's it. That's the show. That's the name. That's all. But if you want to read this, like I said, Reuters.com. Lira collapses, leaving Turks bewildered. Opposition is angry and all that other fucking shit. So let's play this music and get the hell out of here before they get killed. So let's do that. Play that. Play this. Let's just do this shit. You guys be careful now. Don't get that wrong, man.